Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, August 10th, 2017. Well, folks, massive sell on the markets. Well, listen, massive's a relative term, right? You down 1% on the S&P 500 today. That's considered massive because we haven't seen a down move like that in what seems to be centuries. But bottom line is, that's where we are. Markets are having a good sell-off. Kind of worries about global tensions with North Korea mounting. Also, some other factors out there. Earnings-wise, yesterday Disney earnings and a few other companies really making people a little bit skittish today. Bottom line is, in my opinion, we may have hit a short-term bottom today. The reason I say that is because the Nasdaq QQQ hit the daily 50 moving average. What you're looking at here is the 10-minute chart of the spiders. Here's today's price action. You can see we made a little bit of a pivot low. I think the market has probably put in the low for the day, as I said. Let me explain very quickly here. Let's click over to the QQQ chart here and flip over to the daily chart. And again, you can clearly see that we just tagged the 50 moving average right there. At least for today, that's the low. Now, the determining factor is very simple, and I want to make this crystal clear. There's one factor today that will come as soon as the market closes that will determine if the markets get crushed again tomorrow or have a buy the dip snapback and literally could go up, 50 to 100 points right back up to the upside on the markets. That factor is NVIDIA, NVDA, reporting earnings after the close today. This is a $100 billion company now. It's had one of the most meteoric runs over the past 2 years of any company out there. And the key is, this is the semiconductor everyone looks to. All right, it's not Texas Instruments, it's not WDC, it's not Micron. It's literally this stock right here. And as you can see, it's basically trading at all-time highs. Today, it's down about $5.50 before earnings, but determining factor today will be what this does after hours. The reason I say, again, it's such a key for this market because the semiconductors have led this market up. All right, if you look at the SMH chart, bring it up right now. I mean, there is no doubt that the SMH has led it. I mean, look at this run on the SMH since really the beginning of 2016. It is unbelievable. I have trend lines still back, way back in the day right here. But look at that move up. Now, the SMH does not look healthy unless they rally it back to the 50 moving average today. So that's a little bit of a weak signal. But I will say this, NVIDIA continues to outperform. We've seen it continue to surprise investors and there's no saying that it can't do that again. Overall, do I think the markets are due for a pullback? Yes, but let's be honest, buy the dip's been working, so you have to respect it. And again, it wouldn't be surprising to me to see the market snap back tomorrow. All right, so that's going to be an interesting thing. NVIDIA, again, the key here, if NVIDIA falls, the obvious target is very, very simple here. You have downside support at 157, about $10 lower. If it takes that out, the big level is going to be right here, 139. All right, so 150, what did I say? 157 and change, and then 139. Those are your two levels on NVIDIA. If it rallies, again, if you see a good earnings report and this thing takes off to the upside, literally NVIDIA could be looking at a move to, you could be looking at 185 to $200 on this thing very easily. I mean, the earnings are going to be good. The question is, it's priced for perfection, so can they be perfect? Can they be perfect earnings? Okay. One of my favorite shorts right now, guys, this is getting ludicrous. Take a look here. Wow, WTW might hit $50 because it's so close to the $50 level, but look at this chart. A little ridiculous. It's Weight Watchers. It's not a huge company, so it allows the shorts to get squeezed quite a bit here, but I really think that this stage of the game, this is getting to that point where you're going to start to see a big rollover on this stock. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback here to about the $39.50 to $40 level, former pivot high right here. That would be my downside target on Weight Watchers on a corrective move. A couple other things to look at here, guys. We are seeing some Dow components. The Dow's down about 130. That's not even a lot, by the way. That's 0.6% on the Dow, but it's actually a big move for what we've seen lately on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. But if we look at the DIA here, you can see it's finally rolled over, and I think the most important thing on the DIA here was this topping tail. This topping tail and today confirming move, and actually the spiders, the SPY had that too as well, and the Qs, interestingly enough, if we flip back to the Qs, had this beautiful bearish pattern that I talked about to members. Now, we've been positioned short on this market now recently, and again, that's now starting to pay off. The question, again, is all about NVIDIA. I'm telling you right now, if NVIDIA goes up, markets are going to go back to buy the dip. I mean, it's going to go higher. It's just the nature of the beast in the short term. If NVIDIA sells off on earnings decently, meaning north of 5 to 6%, maybe as much as 10%, then I do believe this market could be in a correction move where we could see at least a 5% correction off the highs. And again, a very sharp decline in both the S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ areas. All right. So again, I think, again, if we look at the markets here, folks, interestingly enough, let's go back to the intraday here because I said the lows are in and we've rallied. Just since I've done this video, we're rallying sharply off the lows. Look at this. Market moving back. A little bit of resistance going to come in right there at the 20 moving average. But bottom line is, this market should have put in a low for today. Now it's all about NVIDIA earnings. And again, the question, I guess, could be asked, how much do we rally back into the end of the day? Do they rally us sharply back like they did the last few, like yesterday? Or do we still stay close to the lows but rally off the lows like this much or so? And that'll be telling us, we'll see that later today, and then NVIDIA earnings after the close. All right, watch for that. Also, Snapchat earnings. The Snapchat won't be market moving, but it'll be sure be interesting. Talk to you later, guys. Come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. 7-day free trial, folks. You got to get in this action. Lots of action starting up in this market. Get involved now. Talk to you later. Take care.